Yeah, musical intelligence is our topic for today. We were discussing about how the struggle weakens intelligence. Any kind of intelligence, when there is a struggle that has to be put into it to achieve it, to manage it, the energy that's available to use that intelligence is taken away in that struggle. So somewhere that amount of total energy available is kind of divided. That's how I view it. For intelligence, using that intelligence, or to struggle plus using that intelligence. So somewhere a bit of that intelligence kind of is reduced. And that is where I see how it is weakens, how it's weakening over a period of time, whatever becomes the habit. In many a times for us, survival or coping is all equivalent to struggles. And some of these intelligences are so naturally inbuilt in us. Howard Gardner talks about several 13 different kinds of intelligences, and one of them is musical. And musical intelligence is something that we naturally tune with music. Somebody like a prodigy, born with that ability to understand the rhythm, the harmony, and it's music is a language on its own. The way they interact with the world, it's not just a talent for a few. All of us carry that, but some of us feel it, express it very naturally. Some of us cannot live without it. Those are the people who become like Bhimsen Joshi or Lata Mangeshkar. It's as though they're born musicians. But let's keep those extremes away, where there are people who are highly accomplished or people who can never understand the music. Now, what happens to the majority of us in between who have that musical intelligence in us, who feel that rhythm, who need that harmony, and we get disturbed when it is not in harmony? So, what I mean by that, let us take, for example, gossips. We talk about people for whatever reason. Somewhere there is a void in us, and we want to kind of express it without any filter, without having a sense of respect for the other being, or without understanding the growth that that person is going through. We talk about them. And that's termed as gossip, right? Some unnecessary talk. Now, let's say I don't like gossip. And what happens when the person with me is gossiping and I don't like the gossip? There is a disturbance in me. I don't like it. The tone, the pitch, the rhythm, the harmony. I somehow do not resonate. I do not want to carry on with that gossip. That is that musical intelligence in me telling that something is out of harmony. We may not be able to resonate with it. That something isn't right, but we are unable to express it. For again, expressing or not expressing is again due to some other kind of conditioning, fear of expressing, fear of rejection. If I say that I don't like talking to you because you gossip too much, then I may be rejected. So we won't. But we understand that. When a dog is consistently barking out there, we don't like it. Something in me gets disturbed. The same thing, the same dog barking, if you become aware that the harmony within you is disturbed, and you start paying attention to the expression that the dog is trying to make. It's a fear call. Someone is invading its territory and it wants to bark. Maybe it's in a pain and it's barking to get some help. If we can pay attention to that need of that other someone, dog or person gossiping, then you begin to kind of stabilize that discord. When the tabla is out of tune or veena is out of tune, the musician will sit and tap a little, pull a little, tighten a little, and kind of keep tuning it in until it aligns. That is what we are trying to do when something within me feels out of harmony. Pay attention to it, listen to it. What could that other person be thinking right now, feeling right now? What is the need for that other person to be talking about somebody else to me? If I can pay attention to that using my own intelligence, not reacting to the person gossiping. "Oh, I don't like you. I don't like to talk to her because she gossips." That's again distancing. That's again weakening my intelligence. But if I can be present in that moment and be able to kind of take time to tune in, understand the need, not only will my own strength improve, it will also settle the other person down. Music is just a sound, set of vibrations, and it is very well proven that the vibrations we are in that energy field, they affect us whether we participate or not. We are already participating in this. So might as well pay attention to it and use it to create harmony within me, because that harmony within me is also trying to create the vibrations that will ease the people around me. So create or balance that energy field that I'm in already. So when Howard Gardner named it, we have it too, Nada Yoga, um, with music, and bhajans were always encouraged. There was chanting right in the morning, some going very fast, some going very slow, some high pitch, some low pitch. All of these are flavors of life. And just as we go through the ups and downs in life, so also the energies around us and the sounds around us, the harmony with our own people, within myself, forget about others, within myself. What we are looking at or ultimately trying to establish is understand myself, so people around me, especially the children, get to develop that authority within them. It's not to boss other people around. It is to stay true to who I am. And that is what we have lost these days. When we go in for mid-brain activation, there is this new age program available, where they say they're trying to bridge the left brain with the right brain, so you'll be able to do things with your eyes closed. Use your sense of smell to be able to identify objects. The way they activate it is through music. Certain levels, certain frequency of music is played. I have not participated in it, so I had enrolled my nephew into the program, and he mentioned it. They play music and they're supposed to lie with their eyes closed for several minutes, listen to this kind of music, and that is going to energize the certain kinds of cells that will enable us to see with our eyes closed. That's the power of music. There is music therapy. Little babies, when they are crying, the way lullabies have come into picture is by singing them until their energies, the fear, the uncertainty that the baby is feeling and cannot express kind of settles down. So there is this powerful element within this music, that what is that power is that rhythm. I cannot just randomly sing something. The same one song, if you hear a person just not manage the rhythm, tone, pitch, you just do not want to hear it, right? So it has both the powers, weakening, strengthening. So I need to become aware of the rhythm, the pattern that repeats. So we come back to rhythm again. Rhythm in life, the circadian rhythm, sunrise, sunset, and everything that's around there. When life happens in rhythm, it's like we are aligning to the nature's music. That is universal. Everyone feels it. Only when I pay attention to it. So the music itself is set of notes, lyrics, instrumental, whatever it is, where you just close your eyes and begin listening to it, and unknowingly your body is aligning, your body movements are aligning to it. So if I can develop this intelligence in me, it's in me already. I'm just paying attention to it. I'm just trying to resonate with it in such a way that my fears kind of settle down, even if it's momentarily. And I feel that stillness, that silence. The silence is the best expression of music. And once you get into that silence, even if it is for brief moments to begin with, people say, I have not experienced it. Hours pass by and I'm not even aware of it. The opposite is also true. When I'm not silent, when I'm all jittery, I'm worried, I think I can control everything. And the minute I'm unable to control, I'm going out of whack. And then I'm looking at my clock every minute. I'm like, oh my God, it's only 2 minutes. If you have been in a situation where the job was boring and you had to stay till 5 o'clock, imagine how it happens. But somehow, when we are engaged into humming to ourselves in a simple hum, especially when you feel tied down, like people are making comments around you and you have no way to express it. A simple low tone hum, in your bass voice, just a simple hum that maybe nobody will even hear you, is going to soothe you instantly. Try it. Just a low tone hum. That's like, again, go back to it. When every chanting we do, we begin with Om and end with Om. That's the vibrations again. And many people, who hold on to the frustration without, with the perception that they cannot express it. And they kind of are restraining it, containing it, not expressing, but containing. They develop burning in their feet. Now, of course, burning in the feet physically, if you go to a doctor, it's attributed to some deficiency or whatever. But the alternate medicine also talks about this. If I get angry and I contain it, I cannot express it for whatever reason. It's trying, that energy that's getting built up within me, which I'm holding on to, is wanting to escape but unable to. So it gets trapped, and my feet kind of heat up. You feel that no numbing, no paining. It's just that your feet feels hot, burning kind of a sensation. And a simple technique for that is to let that energy out is through that low humming sound. If you can sing as well with attention though, you know. And that's what my Ayurvedic doctor recommended. Just do that so you dissipate that energy. Because any unknown, unwanted energy held within me is going to cause me weakening, is going to bring me diseases. People have proven even cancer is an self-made disease. And there have been several cases where people have cured their own cancers by letting go of anything they have held back. And there are several ways to let this go. Music therapy is one of them. Art therapy is another. Talking therapy, you just talk out in a non-judgmental environment without fear of being judged, without fear of being labeled. You just express it. That is letting out of energy, letting out that energy. You're having that human interaction. Now, some people we very easily resonate with and we want to be with them. And there are certain people, just thought of them, you want to avoid them. Just examine that. What is the disharmony between the two beings? And in some way, it has to do with that rhythm, that harmony, the tone, the pitch, the qualities that the music carry. One of them could be very sing-along kind of a person, whiny. That doesn't resonate with me. That somehow disturbs me. I cannot hold my attention for that long of a repetitive sing-along talking method. I won't align. It's like two instruments together, not in the sync. Then it doesn't become music, it becomes noise. And at a very deep core within me, I don't want noise. And then there could be a person who's talking too fast, too quickly. You have to strain yourself to understand the words that they're using. Too fast for me. Again, it's like two instruments that are not at the same rhythm. Two human beings cannot catch up. So begin looking at relationships that you interact with. While loud honking of the bus irritates me. And for some people, it absolutely does not irritate. Either they are not present to it or they are also at the high pitch. So a lot of these variations exist, and of course, variations bring beauty. But then some of them are too beyond our spectrum. That is when the difficulties come into a relationship or in the environment. With awareness, with trying to soothe my own self. I mean, many a times we just go to fix others, won't work. And there is also this new concept now, like when children are studying, they listen to the music. Or when I'm cooking, I'm listening to the music. Um, Multitasking is a myth. I cannot really pay attention. It's something background, unknown thing is happening in the background as a matter of habit. It's like a soothing humming sound that the child is creating as a comfort zone for themselves. And so they can focus on the study. It's like having the fan run, so I'm comfortable on a hot day, so I can focus on my study. But the minute I pay attention to the lyrics, to the up and down, then it's not helping me. Okay, as long as it stays as a background setting of the environment, it's okay. As long as it's on a very low um, volume, it may be helping. But the minute I switch it to high volume, I sing loudly with it, I start moving with it, then I'm not studying. So while some children are wanting it badly, the reason could be they are avoiding something else. They're saying something is missing in my environment and I want to add to it so I can focus on my study. Pay attention to that. Are we talking too loudly? Are we talking something unnecessary? Are we repeating the nagging that we used to do? Again, those are all disharmony creating in the environment. So begin paying attention to the harmony, to the tone, pitch, rhythm in my environment. So if something has been irritating me, and I understand that, there is a possibility that when another one says that I'm irritating them, I'll be able to understand them. And I won't harp upon them and say, you must listen to me. How can I disturb you? I care for you, and all that kind of emotional baggage we dump on them. I do not like something, or I cannot align with something very easily. So there is all the possibility for someone else to also be in the same situation. That helps us open up. All the experiments people have been doing, 1,000 people playing 1,000 instruments at the same time, the beautiful precision of alignment is an achievement. I mean, you must have seen all the reels on those. Otherwise, it's simple music, one stringed instrument and some simple repetition of lines works very well. One-on-one works very well. You bring third person, it's a little bit more difficult. 10 people together, held in harmony, held together, aligned together, accepting, understanding is a challenge. And if not 10 people, I need to do it at least with my child at home. With 4 people I live with at home. With 20, 30 people, I am as a teacher in the classroom. So begin exploring where I am in harmony with people, like musical instruments and the music itself, and where I'm not. That will help us be, strengthen that intelligence within me and be a better version of myself each passing day. Good luck.